Alrighty, still playing standard brawl with Gix. Doing my best to work out some kinks in this deck. I'd mentioned before that I had been doing really well, it seemed, and then I think maybe just as I move up. I guess there's no ranking system in Brawl, but I've certainly been playing better decks. So in the beginning, I think I got lots of people who were playing Jodah but weren't playing the deck very well. People who were playing other... Etali is another one. This is one that was kind of a bane for me the first couple of times, then it seemed like I played against it pretty well the last time. But now, people seem to be piloting the decks a lot better. I think I'm just playing better players. I'm going to keep this because I like having the extra mana against Etali. I like having some early removal, and I like having an early creature that I could always just play right before Gix and start drawing more cards. And that's what this deck wants to do, since it's mono black, is to make some early plays, get Gix out, draw cards, and start taking advantage of having more cards in hand than the other player, and winning that route. And we'll probably end up killing one of their mana rampers at some point. For now, I'm just going to go turn 2 Monstrosity, turn 3 Gix, because they're not going to block with that thing. I'd be very surprised if they did. And if they do, then, I mean, it's a fair trade. Like, they lose, as far as they're concerned, it's basically one of their lands. And we'll take the life gain, and we'll see what they play next turn. It's another mana dork, so again, kind of strange that they didn't decide to block there. So we'll go ahead and attack. Love to block it. We're gonna play. Yeah, we're gonna play the Flesh Forger. So now we're looking pretty good on turn 4. 6 power on the board. We've got some life gain now. Menace too. And it's also, again, like, any pressure against the Etali decks is great, because they don't want to sacrifice any of their creatures, because all of their creatures are meant to help them cast Etali. Draw a card if it's 3 or greater, so he's going to put little dorks on the board. I wonder if we just invoke here, because the World Tree is really broken, so I don't want them to have access to that. I don't like that he's holding up a bunch of mana, so we're just going to do this first. See if maybe that makes him fire off a removal spell that he has, and it didn't, so now we're going to attack. Who knows, they might have some Lightning Bolt-esque card in their deck. I'm still not 100% savvy on all of the cards that are available in the standard format. Lightning Strike, right? Something like that. So the good news is they didn't play a land, so now we can easily just play Gix again, but I really feel like breaching the multiverse against an Etali deck is exactly what we want to do. And try and hit one of their giant creatures. So we'll play the Obliterator, that's a great card against Etali, and then, okay, and then we got the Concession. That's really nice. That's basically how we want that game to go, and because that was such a quick one, we're gonna have 2 in this video. So, we played Etali, we won. They didn't even get to cast Etali, which is rare against the Etali decks. Normally they've got more removal or faster ramp, just a better draw maybe. This is great. So Jodah has been really bad recently. But we have early plays, and we just need one more land to be able to play Gix on turn 3. So Dreams of Steel is great against Jodah. And then if we see that they have a counterspell or something that we don't need, then we can duress it the next turn and still play Dockside Chef for 1, and then maybe even hit for 1 on turn 3 with Gix on the board. So I'm going to keep this because we have some hand disruption, and we specifically have creature hand disruption, which is amazing against Jodah. So let's see what they've got. Ow, Kodama, Gwenna. Yeah, perfect. This card is basically what makes that deck run. Modified creatures you control have trample. I don't really care about that. Ow is fine. This one though, turn 3 that we wouldn't be able to win against it. They cast Jodah, then they get to untap it, and then they get to use it for more mana, and then they get to trigger Jodah, and it's pretty brutal. Not going to play Duress, because we know they have 2 lands, 2 creatures, and 1 unknown. So now it's just going to be run out the Chef for 1, and technically we get to hold up, cut down, or march if we need to just pitch Duress to it. That would be great, and I would be fine doing that. Has 2 attacks. Not even playing Kodama here. So maybe they have a counter spell. Joke's on them, we didn't draw a creature. So I guess we will duress them and just see what is in their hand. And if they want to counter that, then that's fine. Okay, they have a Toxrill, and they just have another land. So, combat, we'll go ahead and get 1 damage in. Why is it triggering for them? Do they just have, like, manual everything? Because there's nothing they can play. So, we missed a land drop. Pretty bad. They might want to take advantage of that. Oh, they have a man land, that's why. And they didn't want it to die. I see. Okay, well that's really nice actually, because now we get to kill their land. And I didn't even know that that was an option, so happy to have that. Ooh, this is it. It's working for us. So now they're down a land. We get to draw a card. And I'll take a land there, that's fine. Because we want to breach, and now we're a little closer to broodlording with the land and the 2 creatures. We have 4, 5, 6, and he's 8. And we've got some great removal here, so we'll go to combat again. Get some damage in. Now we draw 2 cards. Happy to see the land. A little less happy to see the second land, but that's kind of how this deck goes. That's just the way that it ends up working out a lot of the time. So now do we sue Kodama? Are you really just holding on? Okay, other creatures you control get -1. Your graveyard to the battlefield. Alright, so it's a reanimate card. I mean, I've got decent removal. Do we care about that? I think we do, because we want to be able to draw. So let's just have him sack a creature right now. Non-token creature. Pick one, any one, and then we'll keep playing our game. So, getting closer to breach, and then we're 1 creature or land away, assuming we don't lose any of our creatures from being able to Broodlord. Man, I really want to play Gix's command, but this is so bad right now. We have no creatures to return, we just attacked already. They don't have anything to sack. So we're just going to have to go to discard, and we're going to get rid of one of these lands then. It's a good spot to be in, although I don't like having 5 lands and 0 things to play. Any number of non-land permanents, 4 or less, onto the battlefield. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I guess we can just go ahead and see what they do, and then we can gain some life here, because I'd like to use this card. Submit 0, we'll kill the owl now. And they get to put a bunch of non-land permanents, mana value 4 or less, which there are probably a few of in a Jodah deck. But non-land 4 or less, it's probably going to get 2 or 3 things. I feel like it's going to be 3. got... Oh, well, he technically got 4 things. This is amazing, because now we want a Broodlord, but, like, we have to Gix here because uh, we get to put 2 counters on our own creature and then destroy each thing power 2 or less. So we put the counters on the dockside shop, and then we destroy all of his creatures, and then we just get to swing for 6. We gain our life back, we draw 2 more cards, we're in pretty good shape over here. This is how this deck wants to perform, is to have 2 creatures on the board, one of them Gix, to be able to keep their side of the board clean and just keep drawing cards and removing all their creatures. And that's just a pretty bad play. I think we just Invasion of Innistrad here. That will get rid of Jodah really nicely, and then we can hit it with, yeah, that's what I was expecting. So, nice. Well, we had 2 concession games? This one they actually got to cast their commander. The previous one, though, we didn't see Etali at all. And they played an Owl, a Geth. We had them sack the Geth. We hit the Owl, and they only got Skrelv off of the Owl, which was really pretty bad, actually. That was just bad luck. And we killed their land, which I didn't realize was a thing they could even do. That was my mistake. This is my ignorance on the new cards that I still don't know all about. And then they cast Jodah. They cast it without leaving any mana up, so we knew that we were just going to be able to kill it. And we kept just doing our thing, which is clear their board and keep attacking. And yay, we've attacked with 45 creatures. We got our coins for the day. Yes, what is this card? Yoshin Dissident. Okay. Wow, just any artifact, any time. That's actually nice that it's not one of those only triggers once per turn, because then you can play cheap artifacts or you can play blink effects. I like that. I like that a lot. Great. Okay. Well, see you next time.